Hi, I'm Lee Gantz. I want to talk to you about a Bugout bag or a go bag. I have one here and I'd like to just go through the contents of it to give you some idea what you might want to have in your go bag. Now first of all, I've got just a standard size backpack. It's light. It's I don't know how many pounds it is, but it would be something that would be easy for me to carry 4, 5, 6 miles if I needed to. And that's what you want to consider when you start filling up the backpack. Now a go bag, if you're not familiar with it, would be in the case of a crisis, you might have this sitting by your front door or your back door to your home, or you might carry it in the trunk of your car. And one thing I would suggest, if you do have it in the back of your car, is to also have a pair of walking shoes or comfortable shoes in the event that you're in a place like Los Angeles and they have a 7.8 earthquake and you're on the freeway, that you would be able to get out of your dress shoes or your high heels and put on these walking shoes in the event that you just had to park your car on the freeway and walk. And that's a possibility in a city that size and to be on the freeway. Now, here are some of the items that I have in my Bugout bag. Now, one is a package of latex gloves. These come in very handy. Keep your hands clean. Here's a package that you can pick up at a dollar store for $1. That is 9 by 12 of clear plastic. You might want to have a couple of packages of those in your bag. That would be for keeping dry or keeping warm. Also, I have a package of baby wipes for sanitary reasons. I have a radio. Now, these usually run about $30 to $35 because this particular one is a crank radio. You may lose communication in a city like Los Angeles, for example. Communications may be out for a few days or maybe even a week. So this one has a light and you have a radio to catch the latest on news reports in the event of a crisis or an earthquake. Now this is a flashlight I have and it doesn't require batteries, but I've also ordered something new on the market that's a tactical flashlight that I will include that information on the website as soon as I get delivery on that flashlight. Here's a survival blanket. You'll see these packaged in different ways, but basically for about $1, $1.50, you can have a security blanket, which would be a way to keep warm if you're in a cold climate. But this would be handy, and there's a special tool also that's notched this size that would fit on your gas meter in order to turn your gas off. I think it's about a 90-degree turn. Now what we suggested when I did a lot of presentations on earthquake preparedness over the years in California, we strongly suggested that you tie a tool like this to your meter. And in the event of an earthquake, especially the big one, and they're expecting a 7.8 sometime in the next 10 years, that you would be able to turn your gas off. And I would say not only your own gas, but I would also encourage you to turn off your neighbor's gas. Because if his house catches on fire, guess what? You're not going to have a fire truck show up. You're not going to have an ambulance handy. And the police are going to be pretty busy. So you're on your own, basically. If your house catches on fire or your neighbor's house catches on fire, it's going to be a big problem. Okay, this is a fold-a-stove. This would be about an $8 item. And it would come in handy for either boiling water, for purifying your water, or to cook. Also, I have an emergency poncho. Might want to have a few of those. A can opener, and these run for $1 at the dollar store. And actually, in my garage, I had quite a few cans of food just in case, although I don't recommend eating it. But if it's an emergency, you got to have something to eat. This is a survival whistle. Hope you never have to have it, but they come in handy. This is a 6-inch light stick, and it's good for 12 hours of light. Also, I have a tube tent. Now these are not that expensive either. This is about $9, and 2 people can sleep in it. And this is some cord, any kind of cord, nylon cord, rope, or any kind of cord. You want to have a few feet of it And if you have to wash your clothes, you'll be able to hang them up and dry them. And also, I'll put some clothespins in your bag. Spare gloves. It doesn't matter what style gloves. It's just handy to have some kind of protection for your hands. A company called Mayday puts out some quality products, and this is one of them. This is a food bar. Now, I know some of the emergency shelf life food can get pretty expensive, but they really have some good prices. $2 or $3 for each bar, and this is actually the family size bar, which is about $4. But you can feed 3 or 4 people off of this for one day, so it's a bargain at that price. The first aid kit, and I want to mention this because this was a working flashlight up until the last time I checked my bag and checked out everything in it. And now it doesn't work. So this is why you periodically want to check these kind of items like your radio or your flashlight and make sure they're working. You don't want to find out when you really need it that it doesn't work. Another first aid kit. These are very inexpensive, but you certainly want to have one. Matches, and I would recommend you get one of those tools that you can start a fire with without it needing to be a match, but it'll start a flame. Another emergency survival blanket that I also got from Mayday. And that is everything I have in my bag right now, except for that tactical flashlight. I'm looking forward to having that. It's a very powerful light and very handy to have. So I hope this has been helpful to you. And in my book, Earthquake Preparedness, I list all of these items. I have a picture in that book to give you an idea, but maybe while you were listening to this, you were taking notes, or you can replay this video and take notes of what I consider to be very essential items to have. I hope this has been a help to you. Thank you very much.